Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining NEUROCLIMA Forum workshop on NEUROCLIMA Learn and NEUROCLIMA Play. It is a pleasure to have all of you today. I will start very quickly. I will remind you just to keep your microphones muted when the presenters are presenting. I will very quickly start with a presentation. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Fantastic. So very quickly, I will do an introduction to the EU Missions and Climate Adaptation. As you might all know, NEUROCLIMA is an EU-funded project dedicated to enhancing behavioural change and community resilience through interdisciplinary collaboration and participatory methodologies. By integrating climate education, neuroscience, and artistic expression, NEUROCLIMA opens new avenues for inclusive, sustainable climate action. Some of our partners, the consortium comprises 15 partners, including universities such as Politecnico di Milano or University of Oulu, research institutes, companies, and we all focus our efforts on innovation and achieving excellence. EU Missions Climate Adaptation. What is it? EU missions are large-scale initiatives under Horizon Europe designed to tackle major global challenges. They set clear time-bound goals and bring together research, policy, and stakeholders to drive innovation and deliver concrete solutions. The EU Mission on Adaptation to Climate Change launched in 2021, and it aims to support at least 150 European regions and communities towards climate resilience by 2030. The Mission on Adaptation is a key initiative under the European Green Deal and the EU Adaptation Strategy. Together with climate policies and funding instruments, it strengthens Europe's preparedness and contributes to key EU priorities, including the Green Deal's resilient objectives. The mission also supports the UN Sustainable Development Goals, but besides that, mission is designed for all stakeholders and is committed to building climate resilience, including policy makers shaping adaptation strategies. And some of the objectives are understanding climate risks, identify the current and future climate-related challenges specific to their areas, develop adaptation pathways, creating strategic plans to prepare for and manage the impacts of a challenging climate, and last, implementing innovative solutions, deploy practical measures and technologies to enhance resilience on the ground. Thank you. That was a very short one. I will stop sharing now. And I will present our guest. Today with us, we have Mr. George Halleris from Epsilon, who will present NEUROCLIMA Learn, and Saint-Clair Lefebvre, who will present NEUROCLIMA Play from IDL. And also Odysseas Biroglou from Trinnik, who will say a few words about a little survey we will be doing while we will present you these digital tools. Odysseas, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Marina. So, very quick word. Throughout this webinar, we would like your feedback, and we have a very short, just 3 or 5 questions survey. I have posted the link in the chat. You can click on that, and you can start responding now. So we just want to know where you come from, and after the presentation of Learn and after the presentation of Play, I will also post 1 more question each. I will let you know. So please start. Yes, thank you. The questions keep coming. So before I give the floor to Mr. Halleris, please continue voting. You can continue to vote, but I think we can start with the presentation. I see the votes are coming up.
Mr.
So
Malaris, you can share your screen with us if you're ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Just let me know if you see my screen right now.
We can see your screen, but not your presentation.
Yes, I know. Okay. You can see the presentation. I will go into presentation mode right away.
Fantastic.
Yes. Okay. Just a minute. Uh, okay. I am in the presentation mode. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. We can
Okay,
see that.
let's begin because I don't have so much time. Sometimes I need more, but okay, it's okay for me. Um, Welcome to this demonstration of Neuroclima's educational platform. This presentation showcases how we can deliver climate literacy education through an interactive Moodle-based system. So today I will walk you through a sample of a two module, which is a sample of modules on remote sensing for environmental applications and some on basic of GIS. Remember, this is a simulation of the final courses. We are going to build courses especially designed for Neuroclima, but these are very much related to the whole concept. Okay, let's go to. Okay, so today we are going to have a short introduction, something about the platform, uh, some basic concepts about the courses we have adapted for this situation, and also how they integrate with the Neuroclima ecosystem. And here a live Moodle session, which I think will not be make you bored, but it's quite interesting to see this in action. Okay, so why climate education matters. Uh, this is quite interesting because in our case, research shows a significant gap between climate awareness and actual behavior change. Most people know climate change is happening. Everyone knows that. Some they do not admit. But anyway, we have a lack of actionable knowledge to respond effectively. Um, Sorry. Okay, the problem is that climate adaptation is just about technology or policy. It's about changing how people think and act. Neuroclima creates an AI-based enhanced nervous system that connects people and policy. We saw a demo some days ago. It was very, very interesting, at least for me, about researching using AI agents and all these types of things. This is very, very exciting thing in the Neuroclima project. Um, so we have the whole concept is, and the Neuroclima Learn is built on Moodle. I will show you in live a little bit of Moodle later, and enhanced with Neuroclima specific features, focusing on interactive practical learning. We don't want to create theories, although I love theory very much. I'm from an engineer, actually, my domain, but I know that practical things are much better in this situation. Um, Go back. Okay. Neuroclima, as I told you, is built on Moodle and enhanced. Um, we have an eight-week course. Everything is in simulation mode. You can understand that, but this is sometimes what the future is about the platform. Of course, this parameter for these courses, maybe 2 week or 1 week, whatever. This course is for intermediate learners, targeting students, educators, and citizens. We are very much interested, I guess, in citizens because they do the change. They are interested in climate monitoring with basic knowledge of contemporary tools like GIS, remote sensing, whatever. So in the first module, Introduction to Remote Sensing, as we will see later, we have lays the foundation. Remote sensing, as you know, or most of you know, is simply gathering information about Earth from a distance, usually satellites or aircrafts. Nowadays, and from drones, of course. Students learn the difference between passive sensors that measure reflected sunlight and active sensors, like radar, that emit their own signal. So let's go to the next slide. The module, the second module is about the empower students with access to free professional grade satellite data. This is a very important source of today's analysis in whatever field regarding the whole ecosystem of Earth. The same data used by scientists and government agencies. Most of them are free. We focus on four major sources. Copernicus data, you see that's very, the Copernicus satellites, like Sentinel, USGS, NASA, and Google Earth Engine. USGS is the official, let's say, US Geological Service, and NASA, you know, it's very well known. The other module, let's say module 3, which is, let's say, one of the image processing basic systems, we present pre-processing steps, the key techniques, and hands-on lab. This is quite easy, although it seems a little bit complicated, but you can present these concepts very easily to the audience, depending upon the audience, of course. If you have students at low grades, or if you have citizens that want to know about how to monitor their environment. The module 4, it's vegetation and land cover. This is the concept I have developed about the modules that we can deliver in various cases, and also about water resources monitoring, how to detect all these indexes. I mean, normalized difference water index, which is computed from data. You have to have some specific data, but you can compute this normalized index. And also you can show up some applications like flood extent mapping. Well, how your area will be flooded in case of an emergency, or how to monitor the reservoirs about the water level and hands-on. This is a problem we have right now in Athens. I could say in Greece. Also, there's another problem that we can develop. I have not developed a course, but this is the main idea about urban heat islands. It is it's of major concern, especially for cities like Athens, who has a lot of problems in specific areas during the summer. So we can develop the thermal remote sensing methods that detect all these land surface temperatures. We can visualize them using GIS, and also see the effects upon the humans. I mean, we have very severe effects, and how to mitigate these problems, and also develop mitigation strategies. We have also climate indicators and time series analysis. We can develop special courses for that. I think they are very interesting for anyone to see how a phenomenon is evaluated during the different time periods, and integrate into the Neuroclima learning courses. This module could bring everything together into a climate indicator monitoring, as I said, and the other one could be the final module about from data to policy action. This is the main concept. We have to show people how they can act, how important is their understanding of the environment, and develop an effective communication with them. So it's very important. It is a very let's say it's a course that could make some people make actions and recommendations, which now it's not very well understandable by them. So these tools are very, very important. Discussion fora, we can develop this one. I mean, this is, we don't have to do a lot of things. We can use public fora like Discord, like all the, let's say, the mass media tools we have right now, and open discussions about that. Also develop quizzes and assessments. This is very, very helpful for low-grade kids, attracts them very much. And assignments, as you can see, I have developed some assignments that can be uploaded to the Moodle system, and also badges and achievements. This is something we all need. After finishing successfully a course, we need some certifications, and sometimes we need badges for this accomplishment. The gamification, which you will see in the next presentation, significantly improves course completion rates. Pilot data shows a 35% increase. The points system rewards all types of engagement, not just test scores. Challenges and missions add variety and unexpected rewards. So this is another very, very interesting, which you will see in the next presentation. And of course, Neuroclima does not exist in its isolation. It is the educational hub of the entire Neuroclima ecosystem. Students can seamlessly access other tools without separate logins. When writing projects, they click to Neuroclima Lens to search scientific papers. I saw the very interesting presentation about Neuroclima Lens. It was very, very exciting, at least for me. So one of Neuroclima's strengths is that we don't lock students into proprietary tools. Everything taught uses free open source software that students can continue using after the course. All data sources are freely accessible. And here you can see that all of my software, which is QGIS, it's a very well-known desktop GIS for spatial analysis, almost for everything. Google Earth Engine and Python programming language, these are, I choose some of them, very, very fundamental. We have free data sources. We have learning resources, so we can code repositories where we can store our courses, everything in GitHub. So we have a lot of tools available for developing all these courses and all these things. We also can do assessment system, and assessment system measures both technical skills and collaborative learning. Weekly quizzes allow multiple attempts, module projects, demonstrate practical skills, peer review develops, critical evaluation, and the final project requires comprehensive environmental analysis. So this is very, very interesting. I mean, because everyone wants a certification at the end. We will publish some success stories. I guess our students will follow and enhance all these courses with their criticism. And of course, graduates gain technical competencies in satellite data processing, which is very important nowadays because data are free and are not expensive as it used to be. And they obtain professional skills in communication and engagement, which I think these skills open diverse career pathways in research, public sector, media, and advocacy. And the enrollment you will see in Moodle is simple because the administrator does all these uh, tasks. We have course starts, and you will see the simulation in the final. Um, the best practices we have by developing courses in Moodle, about the course structure, about the activity types we have to use, and the engagement strategies. Briefly, I have all these points here, which are the structure, of course, and for engagement, post-weekly announcements, and all these types of things. The Moodle features to leverage, I mean, we have forums or fora. Fora, I think it's the right one. Quizzes, assignments, workshop, interactive content, and badges. I saw that. And further resources, I have here written all the NeuroClima project basic URLs and the educational resources of NeuroClima, also satellite data sources and software tools, some software tools. The key takeaways about this is that we have a lot of let's say, of examples of climate literacy requires accessible, actionable education. This is the key. The key term is accessible. Someone has to have access to something in order to try it and gain from this. Remote sensing provides us objective evidence. We have a lot of data, free. Neuroclima Learn is an excellent tool. Integrated learning, free tools and data democratize climate monitoring, and don't ignore that skills gained using translate directly to community impact. We have community impact, of course. So thank you for your attention at this point. I'm happy to answer any questions about the course content, Moodle setup, Neuroclima integration, or anything else. I guess education is the most powerful weapon we can use to address climate change. And now let me, for 2 or 3 minutes, show you, I will open up a live demonstration of the Moodle system here. Let's wait. Okay, I log in. My login is as a demo teacher, as administrator. So maybe you will see some minor differences here, and I have some options which you don't have, but you can access this NeuroClima at this URL. It's open for everyone. Sorry. I will show you some very details of the Moodle system. I have to tell you that the Moodle system is an open source software. This is version 4.5.2 plus, and is under let's say public release. Moodle 5 is planned for release, I guess, but for my perspective, it's an excellent software. The only problem is that it has a steep learning curve. So be prepared for the administrators to to have some, they have to study a little bit in order to fully parameterize the whole system. Okay, let's go to my courses because we don't have a lot of time. Let's see this course, whatever I can see, both of them. I have all these parameters for any course, even this one and the other one. I have the lectures for the students to download. If I click here, I can download the presentation. I have a lot of lectures. There is no actually practically. And here I have the assignments for the students. I have I could no no problem if I could show you this, but it takes the time. So if we have time, this is the settings for the course. You can see a lot of settings. We can parameterize these course names, the course categories, where the course starts, where the course stops, and all these types of things. We can put a summary here. It's an editor here, so we can write anything. The image, course format, appearance, files and uploads. There are some limitations. 50 megabytes. We can parameterize, set another parameter here. Completion tracking. We can tracking how the completion of the course is. We can place tags, groups, and all these types of things. Let me go to participants. Also, I have set a fictitious set of participants, of course, and here is mine membership. We can see, let's say, a specific user, a specific student, and then we have another option to enroll new users and all these types of things. So we have a complete control of about the participants and enrollments and all types of things. Another interesting thing is the grades. I have not put grades here, but on the other course, because I will show you in the other course. I have some grades, so we can see the grades, we can summarize the grades and do statistics on them. And also here I have badges. I will show you some badges. I have a badge here that created just for fun in this. Let me see. I have something here. I have the badge here, I guess. Let me open that just to see the. Let me see. I think I have the badge here. Okay, here is. This is a typical badge I created, so the students can have their badges with a QR code, and it's editable, so we can do anything. Let's get to another course that you will see some, and I'm finishing, Introduction to Geomatics and GIS, which we have a lot of things here. I have uploaded some 3-4 lectures and one assignment. The assignment is, I think, is I can show you a lecture for interpretation. I guess you can see here, it's something like that. Remote sensing, about remote sensing. That's from a course we developed in Malta some time ago. It's a very informative, something like that. So you can imagine the type of lessons that someone can follow. Very basic concepts of remote sensing, how to monitor the environment, all these types of things. So, and the assignment is some exercises about this. So these are the badges. We can design the badges, add a new badge. There's a whole editor. It's not important for that. We can have reports also for the grades and for activity logs. Whatever is being done on the system is written here, so we can have a full log of all the activities that's being done. Okay, I cannot go into another other details because I think that I have to admit it's for the first time the user sees it. It's quite seems a little complicated, but it's very easy for the student, not for the administrator. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mr. Halaris. We
Sorry
have to be
sorry.
aware.
I took a lot of time. 25
That's
minutes. I guess.
okay. It was quite informative, and it shows that Moodle is a platform that can support the educators and students, and they can share content and resources, and it's quite interactive as well. Also, now, unfortunately, we will have to move on to our second presenter. Thank you so much for today's presentation. Sinclair, you might actually want to share. Thank you. And
yes,
I don't know if you can all see Odyssea's text at the top of the chat. The Wood Club needs to be filled in. So if you can all go, I will put the link again so you can answer the questions. Sinclair, you can start. Thank you. Sorry for that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Marina. And thank you, Mr. Halaris, for this great introduction to the Neuroclima Learn. So now I will introduce you Neuroclima Play as part as the tools of the Neuroclima project. Us at Infinitivity Design Lab, we developed the Neuroclima Play, which is this. First of all, it's two different parts. There is the part where it's a set of 6 interactive playful modules that will actually be integrated in the Neuroclima Learn platform that Mr. Halaris presented, with topics related to agrofood, forest fire, energy, water scarcity, misinformation in climate change, and behavioral changes. And this has been designed to be playful, to be rich in the multimedia elements that are presented on each modules. Also to have precise learning objectives so that the learner can understand what he will get to know during those modules. And there will be also there are at the end of each modules some quizzes to test their knowledge, obtain feedbacks, and reinforce their learning. Along with those 6 modules, there is the board game called Climate Quest, and it's a board game that is focusing on young learners, but not only. It can be adults. It can be used so in classrooms, but also during workshop or on informal settings, such as the hall of an hotel after a big day of conference, for instance. And so it aimed at promoting climate literacy among learners and young learners in particular. So the game is made this way. So there is the main board game that is in A3 format with a path to go from the start to the end, on which there are 8 different challenge spots that I will describe a bit later on. There is also the several question cards along with the 8 challenges card. There are also tokens, manuals, and so on. So the idea is to reach, of course, the end of the path by answering the different questions that will be asked through the path correctly. So the principle of the game is to you roll a dice to advance. The player roll a dice, and along the path there will be either normal tiles where there will be a question asked by the other team. So the other team will draw a question card, read the question, ask the question, and then the player will have to answer. And if the player answers correctly, then he will be able to move forward from one tile, an additional one tile. If he doesn't, then he will stay on the tile that he or she is. To answer the questions, there is let's say a 40 seconds time limit, just to make sure it's challenging enough. And then once the turn of this player is over, it's moving to the turn of the next player. There is also a blended approach to this board game, because to be able to play a different mode of the game, which is the challenge mode, the player is requested to check the interactive modules that I presented earlier, so that he will deepen his learning on the different climate challenges aspects, and then be able to play this challenge mode. So the challenge mode is slightly different. So as you can see on the board, there are like 8 different spots where, and those red spots are the challenge spots. So if the player fall on those spots, the opponent will have to draw a challenge card with a more difficult question to be answered, and he has the same mechanic of the question. If the player answer correctly in the 40 seconds time frame, then he will be able to move forwards 3 steps instead of only 1. But if he doesn't answer correctly, then he stay on the spot for an additional turn. Okay. So all these challenge cards and question cards, they are edited with climate change topics that can be challenging in some contexts. Yeah, and there are also 4 different ways to play, so 4 different modes. Mainly the difference is between single players or in teams, so we can choose if we want to play in a team or not. And also, if you've done if the players have reviewed the interactive modules, then they can also select the challenge modes, so with the challenge cards, and do also either in team or by themselves. So that's it for the mode. So yeah, it's along with the board game, there are manuals, of course, to help the teachers and the facilitators to run some activities with their pupils, for instance, with those with this game, and all the instructions are on these manuals, and yes, there are some tips also for the facilitators if they want to run an activity. That's about it for the presentation of the game and modules. I don't know if we have time enough to see a small demonstration of the interactive module, for instance. That would be fun. Oh. If not, that's it.
We are running. We only have
Okay.
1 minute left, but I guess it will be very nice if you can present it very shortly and
Yeah, of course.
quickly. Just
Do you
quickly.
see the
We can see
module
your
now?
screen. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's
Thank
not
you.
the slides anymore. Okay. So this is, for instance, the first module, interactive module. So you see that is colorful and it applies to the topic we want to talk about. And there you will see some learning objectives first. There is also some kind of music. I don't know if you can hear it through the screen. So there is a short descriptions about how this module work, and also what are the main problematics according to this topic. You have some short interactive actions here. I will move forward. Some questions, some dialogue, some characters also that are taking part in the story. Some more scientific explanations of different topics related to climate change and to this agro-food topic in particular. And if I move forward, you have some interactive elements where you can click on the different pictures. But maybe I will stop here if we run too out of time. Yeah, but that's pretty much the idea of the Neuroclima play so far.
Thank you, Sinclair. Both Neuroclima Learn and Neuroclima Play make the climate education basically in the Neuroclima project, and the play looks very engaging with all those colors and methods, and both of them, both Neuroclima Play and Learn, look very accessible and impactful. Odysseus, I was wondering if you have the results you need from the Wood Club application.
I need one more question, because we didn't vote for Neuroclima Learn. People are voting for that, but I will please vote for that, and I will soon change the question for the Neuroclima Play. So the Neuroclima Learn was the first presentation. I was kicked out of the meeting and I wasn't possible to see, but I have just one more question. So please vote for that one, and I will change it in just a few moments so that you can vote for Neuroclima Play for the presentation of Sinclair.
If you have any questions, now is your chance, as we have both Mr. Highlight and both Sinclair here, and they could answer to any of your questions. You can open your cameras and we can talk to each other if you wish. Any questions from the audience?
But it seems they need maybe authorization to speak. I don't.
I'm pretty sure they can put their questions on their chat.
Yeah, right.
If you have any questions, please add them on the chat or the Q&A. If not, we will have to stop in a minute. While we're waiting for any questions, I should probably remind you that you can always visit Neuroclima website. And also, I will add now on the chat the Neuroclima newsletter link, and you can get all the information firsthand. Let me add it now for you. And of course, visit our social media platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn. On the chat now, you can see the subscription link to the Neuroclima newsletter. I don't think we have any questions. Anything Mr. Halaris or Sinclair or Odysseus would like to add? No,
Oh,
no more comments. As usual, this presentation will be uploaded and will be shared via our social media platforms and the website. Thank you all for joining in today's meeting. And we will have more news in the upcoming months. So please follow us. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thanks,
Sinclair.
everyone.
Thank you, Alicia.
Take
Thank you,
care.
Mr.
Bye.
Hallis.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alexis.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.